Hello students, in economics we were on chapter number 8. Chapter 8, economic reforms. And only one topic is left, that is on page number 89. Topic is 8.11, India's foreign trade policy. This is the last topic, then this chapter is completed. India's foreign trade policy. Now what is, first of all, foreign trade policies? Policies which regulate means control, which regulates or controls or establish India's trade with other countries is called foreign trade policies. Once again, what is India foreign trade policy? First of all, policies which regulates or controls or establish India's trade with other countries is called India's foreign trade policy. Policies which regulates or controls here means it is a combination of rules and regulation which we are making or establishing with other country in order to make trade, in order to make business easier and simpler. That such type of policies, such type of combination of rules and regulation, terms and conditions is called foreign trade policies. So once again, the policies which regulates or controls or establish India's trade relation with other countries is called foreign trade policies. And this type of policies includes various types of rules and regulation, terms and conditions, laws and provisions which both country, India and the other country, foreign country with whom we had established trade policy, both the countries it is compulsory for both the countries to follow all the rules and regulation, terms and condition, laws and provisions which are enacted by government, that is compulsory to follow according to foreign trade policies. Now, once again, according to textbook, this policy regulates India's trade with other countries. Now, the foreign trade policy of India always face the following challenges. So these are challenges which India is facing since independence. Challenges. So what type of challenges India is facing while they are establishing trade relation with other country? First one is need to control certain imports in order to protect domestic production from competition by foreign goods. First point, need to control certain imports put restrictions on imports of certain goods in order to protect domestic industries from competition. Put restrictions on imports means government has put restrictions or made a rule that they will not import certain goods in order to protect domestic industries. From domestic industry means industries which are established in India. In order to protect such industries from competition, from global competition, they had put a restrictions in order to import certain goods. Means they are not importing, they are not purchasing some goods from outside countries, from foreign countries, so that they can protect the domestic industries from the competition. Second point, these are the challenges. Ensure enough imports of technology, machines, spare parts as well as resources to help increase domestic production and import substitution. Second point, ensure enough imports of technology, machines, spare parts, as well as resources to increase domestic production and import substitution. Now second point here, second challenge is before Indian government in order to establish foreign trade policy, ensure enough imports of technology, machines, spare parts and other resources. Other resources, for example, they are hiring individuals who have technical minds. So they are importing technology, machines, spare parts and other resources. Why? In order to increase domestic production, in order to increase production in India, in various industries, they are hiring or they are importing technology, machines, spare parts in sufficient quantity so that production can be increased in Indian industries. Second, they are finding out the solution of import substitution. Now, what is import substitution? Suppose this is India, various products or services, especially here we are talking about goods. So India is importing various goods, various essential goods which are not produced in India, or such goods are produced in India in small quantity, or third point, India is able to produce such goods at higher cost. That's why they are importing various goods from other country, and they are importing such goods which are not produced in India, or if it is produced in India, it is produced in low quantity, or third point, if it is produced in India, either in low quantity or high quantity, but it is produced with higher cost of production. Such goods they are importing from other countries, means for such type of goods they are depend on other countries. Now according to foreign trade policy, India is trying to, in order to increase national income, in order to become self dependent, India is trying to find out solution that they can utilize their own resources and produce those goods which they are importing from other countries. So instead of importing goods from other country, what is import substitution? Instead of importing certain goods from other country, now India is trying to produce those goods with the available resources in India. That is called import substitution, means they are trying to find out the substitute, the alternative of imported goods. Instead of importing goods from other country, now India is trying to find out solution to produce those goods in India with the available resources. Available resources means whatever resources we have. With the help of those resources, now India is trying to produce those goods which they are importing from other goods. That is called import substitution. So India is focusing or emphasizing more on import substitution, means now India is trying to import less and less goods from other country. Third point, control imports of goods unessential for India's development in order to save scarce foreign exchange. Control imports of unessential goods in order to save scarce foreign exchange. Scarce foreign exchange means we are not earning so much foreign currencies by exporting various goods or services. We are not in a position, not right now, few years back, we are not in a position to export various goods and services in other countries. So whatever we are earning from other countries, that is insufficient. Scarce foreign exchange. So in order to save those foreign currencies, foreign exchange, government has put certain restrictions on importing of unessential goods, means which are not essential goods, which are not important goods. On such goods, government has put restrictions so that we can save our foreign exchange. Fourth and last point, total 7 points are given, so any 4 points you can take. Fourth point, encourage exports to earn foreign exchange. In order to pay for necessary imports. We are importing, we all know that India is a developing country. So in order to make our development process faster, we have to import various types of technology. We have to import various type of technicians, means those who have technological mind. For example, engineers, doctors. We have to hire such type of persons from other country. We need to import various types of raw material which are not available in India in order to produce goods. So various types of goods and services we are importing from other countries. One more point, we are importing goods from other countries, means we are importing such goods from other countries which we are either we are not able to produce such goods, or if we are able to produce such goods here in India, cost of production is more in producing such goods. That's why instead of producing such goods in our own country, we are importing goods from other country. So we are importing, our import is more. In short, our import is more than our export. Export means selling of goods to other country, import means purchasing of goods from other country. So we are purchasing more and more goods and services from other country as compared to our export. It means foreign exchange. If we talk about foreign exchange, the flow of foreign exchange is more to other country, and we are earning less foreign exchange. So now India is focusing, that is a challenge for Indian economy, Indian government, that now India is trying to encourage to focus on more on exports. They are trying to export more and more goods and services to other countries, and they are trying to import less goods from other countries so that foreign exchange can earn more. So in order to earn more foreign exchange, government is trying to focus more on exports as compared to imports, and by earning more foreign exchange we are able to pay or make payment of those goods which we are importing from other countries. So whatever we are importing from other countries, we want to come on that position that we can easily make payment of imported goods. How it is possible? When we will export more and more goods to other country. When we will export more and more goods to other country, we are able to earn more foreign exchange, more foreign currencies, and from those foreign currencies, foreign exchange, we can make payment of those goods which we are importing from other country. That's why government is trying to increase their exports so that foreign exchange can be earned, and then from those foreign exchange we are able to make payment of necessary imports. And last point, additional point, promote exports of goods. Promote exports of goods produced by small scale sector, small scale sector or small scale industries. Last point, government is also focusing on promoting, encouraging small scale industries. How? Whatever goods are produced by, means they are providing all types of help to small scale industries so that they can produce more and more goods and services, and if they are in a position to produce more goods and services, especially goods, then exports of such goods can be done so that Indian economy can earn more foreign currencies. So government is trying to promote, to encourage exports of goods which are produced by small scale industry in order to bring development in small scale industries. So these are the challenges which are before Indian economy regarding India's foreign trade policies. First one is they are putting restrictions on imports of certain goods in order to protect domestic industries, because our industry, whatever goods and services are produced by our industry, they are producing such goods with high cost of production. That's why they do not have so much advanced technology. That's why they cannot face the competition with foreign companies. So in order to protect such domestic industries, government has put restrictions on import of certain goods which can be produced in Indian economy, means which can be produced with available resources. So that domestic industries can be protected. That's why government has put restriction on import of certain goods. Second, we are hiring technology, machineries, spare parts as well as resources, means natural resources or raw materials from other country in order to increase domestic production. Now government is finding solution for all these things. Government is trying to invent their own technology, produce such machineries and spare parts which they were importing earlier from other countries. Now they are trying to develop all these things in their own country so that we can find out the solution of import substitution. जो टेक्नोलॉजी, जो मशीनरीज या स्पेयर पार्ट्स या रिसोर्सेस जो हम पहले बाहर की कंट्री से मंगाते थे, इंपोर्ट करते थे, अब गवर्नमेंट उसकी सॉल्यूशन ढूंढ रही है कि वो टेक्नोलॉजी, वो मशीनरीज हमें बाहर से ना मंगाना पड़े, वो चीज़ें हम अपने ही कंट्री में वो मशीनरी और टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलप कर सके, ताकि हमें बहुत सारे गुड्स जो हम इंपोर्ट करते हैं वो इंपोर्ट करने की ज़रूरत ना पड़े. अगर हम इंपोर्ट करने की बजाय उन गुड्स को अपने ही कंट्री में प्रोड्यूस करने की कोशिश करेंगे, देन दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड इंपोर्ट सब्सटीट्यूशन. मीन्स गवर्नमेंट इज फोकसिंग मोर एंड मोर ऑन इंपोर्ट सब्सटीट्यूशन. थर्ड पार्ट इज कंट्रोल इंपोर्ट्स ऑफ अनएसेंशियल गुड्स. जो ऐसी वस्तुएं जो ज़रूरत नहीं है उसको भी हम पहले इंपोर्ट करते थे. फॉर एग्जांपल परफ्यूम्स एंड परफ्यूम आइटम्स, तो वो अनएसेंशियल गुड्स में आते हैं, उसको भी हम इंपोर्ट करते थे. उससे हमारी फॉरेन करेंसीज बाहर चली जाती थी, मतलब इंडियन करेंसी बाहर चली जाती थी, और उसकी वजह से वी आर नॉट, जो भी पेमेंट तो फॉरेन करेंसीज में ही करना होता है, तो जो भी फॉरेन करेंसीज हमारे पास है ऑलरेडी, आवर फॉरेन करेंसी इज लेस. व्हाई आवर फॉरेन करेंसी इज लेस? बिकॉज आवर इंपोर्ट इज मोर देन आवर एक्सपोर्ट. वी आर एक्सपोर्टिंग लेस गुड्स एंड इंपोर्टिंग मोर गुड्स. तो पेमेंट ज़्यादा करनी पड़ती थी. दैट्स वाई वी हैव लेस फॉरेन एक्सचेंज. That's why in order to save those foreign exchange, government has put some restrictions on the import of unessential goods. जिन चीज़ों की ज़रूरत नहीं है, जो हम अपने गुड्स कंट्री में प्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं और उसकी इतनी ज़रूरत भी नहीं है, such goods are restricted to import. Encourage exports to earn foreign exchange in order to pay for necessary imports. One side we are importing certain goods, other side we are exporting, but we are exporting less. But now government has focused, now government has trying to increase more and more exports. अगर एक्सपोर्ट ज़्यादा करेंगे और इंपोर्ट कम करेंगे तो उससे क्या होगा? जो हम एक्सपोर्ट ज़्यादा करते हैं उससे जो भी अर्न करेंगे, आउट ऑफ दोज अर्निंग, आउट ऑफ दोज फॉरेन एक्सचेंज, वेरी इजीली वी आर एबल टू मेक पेमेंट ऑफ इंपोर्ट ऑफ गुड्स. जो हम इंपोर्ट करते हैं उसकी पेमेंट हम आराम से कर सकते हैं अगर हमारे एक्सपोर्ट्स ज़्यादा होंगे उस केस में. तो इसलिए नाउ अकॉर्डिंग टू न्यू ट्रेड पॉलिसी, गवर्नमेंट इज ट्राइंग टू फोकस मोर ऑन एक्सपोर्ट्स ऑफ गुड्स एज कंपेयर टू इंपोर्ट ऑफ गुड्स. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, एडिशनल पॉइंट, यू हैव टू लर्न एनी 4 पॉइंट्स. प्रमोट एक्सपोर्ट्स ऑफ गुड्स प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज. स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज भी आगे बढ़े, उसके लिए गवर्नमेंट इज प्रोवाइडिंग वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ असिस्टेंस, हेल्प टू स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्री. लाइक दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग फाइनेंस का मतलब है स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्री को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए उनको लोन प्रोवाइड करना, मीडियम टर्म, शॉर्ट टर्म लोन प्रोवाइड करना. बिसाइड लोन्स दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ टेक्निकल हेल्प ऑल्सो. बिसाइड दिस दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग सब्सिडीज ऑल्सो. सब्सिडीज़ का मतलब क्या होता है? जो भी रॉ मटेरियल है उसका जो प्राइस हो उसको कम भाव में इंडस्ट्रीज को प्रोवाइड करना. तो दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग टैक्स. देन सेकेंड वन इज टैक्स रिडक्शन इन टैक्स. दे आर टेकिंग लेस टैक्स फ्रॉम स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज. टैक्स भी कम लेना उनसे, उसके अलावा उनको सब्सिडीज़ देना, मतलब जो भी रॉ मटेरियल उनको प्रोवाइड करते हैं उसको कम रेट में प्रोवाइड करना. दैट इज़ कॉल्ड सब्सिडाइज रेट. तो गवर्नमेंट इज ट्राइंग टू प्रोवाइड वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ रिसोर्सेज टू स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज एट सब्सिडाइज रेट. उसके अलावा टेक्निकल हेल्प करना, जो भी उस इंडस्ट्रीज में टेक्नोलॉजी ज़रूरत है उसको प्रोवाइड करना. बिसाइड दिस दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग लोन्स ऑल्सो एट चीपर रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट और समटाइम्स जीरो रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. So in order to encourage a small scale industry, government is providing all types of help, all types of assistance, so that they can increase their production, and such increased production can be exported to other countries in order to earn foreign currencies or foreign exchange. So these are the challenges. Means These are the steps which are taken by Indian government in order to make their foreign trade policy more stronger, more healthier than previous one. So these are, we can say, these are the different types of changes or steps taken by Indian government in order to maintain healthy and strong foreign trade policy. This is the last topic which we have completed, and in this way your chapter is completed. Now in this chapter, once again what we have done so far, in short I am explaining. First topic we have done privatization, but for your knowledge, three policies are there: liberalization, privatization and globalization. After independence, only 5 minutes, within 5 minutes I will try to explain all this chapter in short. After independence, what is our situation after independence? That our import was more, our imports was more and our exports were less. As a result, what happens? We are earning less foreign currencies or foreign exchange, and we have to pay more and more Indian currencies to other country. As a result, what happens? Our foreign exchange is very, very less. As a result, our development rate is very slow. That's why government has decided to change all the working pattern, all the working style, or we can say government has decided to change all the policies in order to bring faster economic development. And then in 1991, they had decided to change all the policies, which is called economic reforms. Economic reform means changing all the existing policies or introducing some new policies so that we can bring faster economic development in Indian economy. And in this economic reforms, 3 steps they have taken. One is liberalization. Second one is privatization. And third one is globalization. In short, liberalization means, liberal means reduction of some control. Means government has reduced various restrictions from private sector. Means they had reduced earlier various private sectors needs license or certificate from government in order to start their business, and various long formalities were there. But now, after economic reforms, means in 1991, after liberalization policy, now government has reduced the restrictions, various restrictions from private sector. Now they can do their business in an easy way. That is called liberalization, but right now it is deleted from the course. Next one is privatization. Privatization means the industries which are in the hand of government, now government has transferred that industries, that sector to private sector. Means transfer of ownership from public sector to private sector is called privatization. Third one is globalization. Then we have done privatization and process of privatization, how privatization take place from public sector to government sector. One is partial, this is called partial disinvestment, and complete disinvestment. Disinvestment means selling public sector industries to private sector. Either a part of the industry or whole industries are transferred to private sector. That is called partial disinvestment or complete disinvestment. Then we have done globalization. Globalization means foreign investment in India. Foreign investment in India is taking place in 2 ways. One is foreign institutional investment, that is also known as portfolio investment, in which foreign companies or foreign individuals or foreign governments are not establishing any industry in India. Only they are investing money into Indian companies. They are investing money into Indian companies by purchasing share, debenture or other security. It is called foreign institutional investment. Second point, for the purpose of investment, foreign companies are establishing their own business in in Indian company with partnership, or separately they are establishing their own company in India. That is called foreign direct investment. And third one is India's foreign trade policy. So how they are making foreign trade policy more strong. We have done these steps. In this way, chapter is completed.